Line's good.
Never on!
Whoa.
Hard! Release!
Come on, Brent. Line's good. Got real close. The hair high, right? Try and hit 2/3.
Have they saved it for her? Yes, they have.
Ooh, welcome to Game of Stones, everybody. I am Sean Graham, Scott alongside, as always. Hello, Scott.
Sean, good afternoon. Coming to you live and direct. I don't know if we're posting any video from this show, but the sun is pouring right in through my window.
Yeah.
A rare midday recording, and I'll tell you what, it's a bit annoying.
Yeah. I don't know if I'll use any video of this one because behind you is all of your laundry, apparently.
Oh, yeah. True. Yeah.
Like your whole wardrobe is on the couch in your office, it looks like.
Well, there's some bedding on there,
okay.
so it makes it look bigger. But I forgot about that.
Maybe I'll pull a screen cap and just put that on Instagram.
Sure.
Yeah. All right. So, Scott, the World Men's Curling Championship is going on out in Moose Jaw. And we didn't do this for the Women's World Championship, but we did it for the Brier and the Scotties, where during the event, we thought we'd play a little trivia. And we didn't do it during the Women's because there was other matters to attend to, most notably the Wheelchair World Championships. Mm-hmm. So we thought we would do this again for the World Championship. And because we didn't have the opportunity during the Women's, we're going to do half and half. So half of the questions will be Women's World Championship, half will be men. And we have each come up with 10 questions for the other person. And so I've gone through and created a Women's World Championship quiz, and you, and perhaps your AI friends this time, I don't know, have created the Men's World Championship quiz.
This is all me.
Okay.
This time, Sean, I have 6 questions worth up to 30 points. I believe we were working with the 30 point.
Yeah, the 30 point. Yes. So my apologies. Just I have 10 points or 10 questions for a total of 30. Scott, yes. So 6 questions for a total of 30 points.
That's right.
Okay. So Scott, because the women's is over and finished a week and a half ago, we'll do that first, and then we'll get into the men. So we'll go sequentially in how they take place here.
Sounds good.
All right, so I have categories of mine. I have 5 categories, 2 questions in each category. So I'll give you categories and you can pick.
Sounds good.
So the categories are finals, and there are 6 points available.
Okay.
Champions, and that is the progressive quiz. So the clues, and there's 8 points available there. I have 4 clues for each player. Cities, so these are host cities.
Yep.
And that's worth 6 points. National representation for 6 points. And records. And these are individual records. And that's worth 4 points.
Okay. Let's start with records.
Okay. Total of 4 points available in the category of records. And we'll start with a 1 point question.
Okay.
It's got 3 skips have gone through a World Women's Curling Championship undefeated. Can you name those 3? And if you get 2 of them, I'm going to give you 1 point. And if you get all 3, I'll give you 2 points. And I'll give you 2 incorrect answers.
Okay. Rachel Homan has done it.
That is correct.
And Silvana Tirinzoni has done it.
That is correct. So that's worth 1 point.
Okay. Those were easy ones.
Should note that Silvana Tirinzoni has done it twice. So it's happened 4 times.
Okay.
And 3 skips. But I'm looking for the skips.
3 skips. So, okay, my mind is going to earlier in time. Let's try Andrea Schopp.
Andrea Schopp, good guess, but incorrect.
Incorrect. Okay. Okay, so one more. Annette Nordberg.
Annette Nordberg, another good guess, but again, incorrect. Scott, so 1 point for this one. You don't get the second point. If I told you it happened in 2018.
In 2018?
Yeah.
Jennifer Jones?
Yes. Double J pulled it off in 2018. So 1 point there for you, Scott.
Shoot. That's... Yeah, I sort of forget about that Jennifer Jones Worlds because it was sort of after the Olympics had happened, and Caitlin Laws was there but wasn't at the Scotties, and yeah, it was one of those weird years. But bad job by me. I should have remembered that one in North Bay.
Yeah, still happens. Those Olympic ones or Olympic year ones, can be tough. So, all right, next question. Again, this is for 2 points, and there are 5 possible answers on this list. I think this is a tough list, so I'm going to say if you get one right, it's worth a point, and up to 2 points, and I'll give you 3 potential wrong answers here.
Okay.
Can you name 2 of the women in the top 5 for all-time games played at the Women's World Curling Championship?
Wow, this is a tough list.
Yes. And I will note that all of these women have played certainly within the last 30 years, and maybe even all of them have played in the last 25.
Okay. It's going to be hard for a Canadian woman to be on this list just because the Canadian teams don't have the opportunity to go as much. So my first guess with that in mind is going to be Anna Hasselborg.
Anna Hasselborg, that's a very good guess. Good thinking, but no, not on the list.
I guess it's been too long. Okay. How many wrong guesses do I get?
I'm going to give you 3.
Oh boy. Is Eve on the list? Eve Muirhead?
Eve Muirhead, not on the list. No.
Oh boy. Okay. Now I'm nervous, Sean. Now I'm nervous. Can you give me some hints about the countries from which these players might come?
European countries. They're all from Europe.
Okay.
And the top 3 on the list are skips who have had success at times.
Okay. I said Andrea Schopp earlier. I'm thinking about that name. Success at times. Is Madeleine Dupont going to be on this list?
Madeleine Dupont is on this list. She is 3rd on the list. 16 appearances for 185 games. So that's a point. One more point is available to you.
Okay. Would her sister be on the list, Sean?
Is that an official guess?
No, I'm just thinking out loud.
Okay.
Thinking out loud. It would make sense. Yeah, sure. Give me Denise Dupont.
Yes, Denise Dupont also on the list. 16 appearances. Curiously, though, 181 games.
Yeah, she might have, rested a game or something.
Yeah. So the other 3 on the list, Scott, there's no points available, but do you want to take any other guesses?
Is Andrea Schopp on this list?
Andrea Schopp is on the list. She is actually 1st on the list. 19 appearances for 201 games.
Give me Doherty Nordby.
Doherty Nordby is 2nd on the list. 18 appearances for 199 games.
Okay. And then, oh boy, Rona Martin.
No, that's a good guess, but it's actually Monica Wagner.
Monica Wagner.
Yes,
also from Germany, right?
Yes. 15 appearances, 155 games.
Okay. Whew.
So there you go. That's pretty good. That was a hard one, I think.
I think I pulled that out of the fire. But, yeah.
All right. So 3 out of possible 4 points.
Okay.
Very
so
good.
I got 3 points there.
Yeah. All right.
Cool.
So you still now have 4 categories left: national representation, cities, the progressive champions, and finals.
Let's go national representation.
National representation, 6 points are available here. All right, Scott, there have been 46 World Women's Curling Championships played.
Yeah.
5 countries have played in each of those 46 Women's World Curling Championships. 1 point each. Name those countries. And I'm only going to give you 1 strike on this one because I think it's pretty deducible.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm looking at my list for the men's one that I put together, but it's not the teams that have played in every one. But give me Canada.
Canada is correct.
Give me Scotland.
Scotland is correct.
Give me USA.
USA is correct.
How about Switzerland?
Switzerland is correct.
And last one, I will say Sweden.
Sweden is correct. 5 on 5.
Booyah.
Well done. Scott, one country has played in 45 of the 46. Do you want to take this is not for points. Just want to take a guess?
Norway.
Denmark, actually.
Denmark,
yeah. All right, so that's a perfect run through the first question of national representation.
Yes.
All right, question 2 in the category for only 1 point. Which country has the most appearances without winning a medal?
Ooh, without winning a medal. Okay.
I can tell you it's 24 appearances for this country.
Okay, so it's not Denmark because they've been in
45
of the 46.
It'd be impressive if they were in 47 of them.
Yes, it would be. Okay, so we can rule out all those countries I just mentioned. We can rule out Norway, who have won a medal. Japan have won a medal. Korea have won a medal. China have won a medal. I'm just thinking about more European countries now. Obviously, Sweden have won medals. Norway we mentioned. So we're getting to a country like perhaps Czechia could be on that list. France haven't been there in a while, but they could have been there early. I believe the Americans. Yeah, the Americans won 1 year.
Yeah, come on, give Deb McCormick her due.
Of course. So I think I'll say that, Sean. I think I'll say Czechia or Czech Republic.
Czechia or Czech Republic? No. The answer is Italy.
They didn't win one?
24 appearances, no medal for the Italians.
Shoot, we picked them to finish on the podium last year, which made me think they did.
No,
but I think they lost the semi and lost the bronze.
They did.
Shoot.
Yeah. So Italy is the one. Japan's actually only won one medal.
The silver medal a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So otherwise, I think it would be them. But
yeah.
All right. So 5 out of 6 points in national representation. Still very good.
Okay. Good.
All right. So again, now you got cities, champions, or finals.
Well, we were just talking about countries there, Sean. Give me cities. We'll go countries to cities.
All right. 6 points are available here. Since the events were separated in 2005, so men's and women's used to be together, now separate. And that happened in 2005. Since they were separated, Scott, by population, what is the largest city to host the Women's World Curling Championship? For 1 point.
The largest city to host the Women's World Curling Championship. I think, Sean, where did they play in Denmark that year? It wasn't in Copenhagen. I know that you like to troll me a bit, so give me Calgary.
Calgary. The answer is not Calgary. And I'll be honest, Scott, I did not actually look up the populations of all these cities. I am making an assumption. Do you remember where Rachel Holman went undefeated in 2017?
In Riga?
In Beijing.
Oh, in Beijing.
Yeah. So I'm just assuming they haven't played a city bigger than Beijing.
Yeah.
And looking at the list, I don't think any of those populations would have a bigger population.
That's a pretty good assumption, and that's a bad job by me.
Yeah. So 21.86 million is the population of Beijing. When I was in Beijing, Scott, we went to Xi'an, China, for a weekend. And this person said that they really liked they had moved to Xi'an because they liked being in a small town. And Xi'an has like 8 million people.
Yeah.
I was like,
bigger than all of our cities.
Yeah. So yeah, that just gives you a bit of a sense of the scale of some of these Chinese cities. But yeah, 2017 in Beijing.
Of course. She went to Latvia in 2014, right?
That sounds right. Yeah. Since the events were separated in 2005, there have been 10 Women's World Championships hosted in Canada, and that does not include the cancellation in 2020. For half a point each, name each of those cities. And again, I'll give you 3 strikes on this one, and it's worth 5 points.
Holy cow. All right. So I know that they happened in Grand Prairie.
Grand Prairie, 2006.
I know that they happened in
excuse me, this is only 9 cities. My apologies. Somebody did do it twice. So 9 cities. And if you get them all, I'll throw in the extra half point.
Okay.
To make it out of 5.
Lethbridge?
Lethbridge is correct, 2012.
Last year it was in Nova Scotia. Liverpool?
Liverpool is incorrect.
Sydney.
Sydney is correct.
Yeah. I should have thought more about that one. All right. We've had one of them. It's mostly the prairies, right? Like, I want to say, so Prince George was supposed to host in 2020. That's not an answer because 2020 doesn't count, right?
The 2021 does not count. Correct.
Okay. So I'm not going to guess Prince George, but if I were guessing it, it would be wrong. So
or would it?
Oh, come on, man. Come on. All right. They did a world championship in Victoria, but I think that was the men in 2013. And I don't think they did anything there since. Or did they? No. All right. Let's try. I have 1 strike.
You have 1 strike, yes.
Okay. Did I say Brandon?
You did not say Brandon.
Is Brandon right?
Brandon is not correct. That's 2 strikes.
2 strikes. All right. I know they would have done something in Saskatchewan, but where? That's the big question. Would they have done it in Swift Current, Saskatchewan? It's very possible. I feel like the women get the worst cities. No.
Oh, well, all right. Anybody from Swift Current? Right into Scott.
Smash cut to someone from Swift Current being like, what did I do?
Yeah. They're just living their lives out in Swift Current, enjoying themselves.
Yeah. Let's...
Is that an answer or?
Well, Calgary in 2021.
Yes, Calgary 2021 is correct. So that's 4.
I haven't hit the one that did it twice, right?
Correct.
All right. I want to say, oh, the one in 2018 we talked about already. It was in North Bay.
North Bay is correct. That's 5.
Okay. Then was there one in Thunder Bay?
There was not one in Thunder Bay. So that is 3 X's, but 5 is impressive, Scott. So that's worth 2.5 points right there for you. So the full list is Grand Prairie 2006, Vernon in 2008. Swift Current is on the list and is actually the city that got it twice.
Shoot.
2010 and 2016. Lethbridge in 2012. St. John, New Brunswick, 2014. You got North Bay. You got Calgary. 2022 was the replacement for 2020, and they did go to Prince George.
Oh, man.
And then Sydney in 2024. So 2.5 points there. That's impressive, I think, Scott.
Thanks, man. That was shoot.
That's a tough one. They do put the women's in places that are not always front of mind in terms of major cities in Canada.
Yeah, and even in other countries too.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not like it's in Edinburgh. It's in Perth or
Sterling.
Sterling.
Yeah. All right. 2 categories left here, Scott. Finals, 6 points. Champions, 8 points.
Well, Sean, I love finishing with the champions with that latter question. So let's go finals.
Finals is the category. 6 points here are available for 1 point, Scott. Actually, no. I'm going to give you 2 points for this one, if my math is right.
Okay.
1 point each. What was the matchup the last time Team Tirinzoni did not play in a final?
Okay. I think we're going back to 2018. And I think it was Jennifer Jones. I think she beat Anna Hasselberg.
2018, Canada, Sweden. Jones, Hasselberg is correct. That was the game. That is the last time Silvana Tirinzoni did not make a final. So 2 points for you, Scott.
Nice.
All right. This is another list question.
Okay.
In the 21st century, so including the year 2000.
That's a spicy take, Sean.
Thank you.
Okay. 12?
12 countries have played in a final or have been represented in a final of a women's World Curling Championship.
Okay.
For a quarter point each, so 4 points total, give me those 12 countries and I'll give you 2 strikes.
Okay. Canada.
Canada is correct.
Sweden.
Sweden is correct.
Switzerland.
Yep.
Scotland.
Correct.
Germany.
Yep.
I'm thinking of all the winners, and it's been so long since somebody other than Sweden or Canada and Switzerland. There was the Scotland year in 2013, I think.
Yeah. I'll
Germany
tell you.
won
So out of the 25 years, Canada's been in 13 finals, Switzerland 11, Sweden 10.
So that's most of them.
Yeah. Next on the list is 3.
Okay. Okay. So USA.
USA is correct. That's 6.
Deb McCormick gets her flowers.
Yeah.
Norway.
Norway is correct. That's 7.
Okay. China.
China's correct. That is 8.
Japan.
Japan is correct. That is 9.
Korea.
Korea is correct. That's 10.
Denmark.
Denmark is correct. 2007. That is 11. One nation left.
One nation left to rule them all. Boy, this is a tougher one. I'm trying to think of the nations that play that even could have been there. I know, not to give anything away for the men's quiz, but Finland had a bit of a time. So could it be Finland? Let's try Finland.
Okay. It could not be Finland. No.
It could not.
That's 1 strike.
Could not be Finland. Oh boy. What other countries exist?
Well, like 170 more. Like
I have my I'm playing a video game that's got a map, so I'm just gonna look at the map.
Is that cheating? I don't know.
I don't think so, Sean. I don't think so. Let's try. Well, we said Italy hasn't won a medal, so they probably weren't in a final.
It would be hard to be. It's true.
That's using my brain there. Let's say, Sean, just because Sweden, Norway, Finland, Denmark. Let's say France.
France. An off the board pick, but that is incorrect. France has not made a final in the 21st century.
Who am I not thinking of?
You have 1 strike left, and there's 1 answer left on the board.
There sure is. We've got other countries that curl that I know have been in the event. Latvia, Lithuania, Czechia, Austria. Let's say Czechia. Anna Kubiskova went on a run one year.
So your guess is Anna Kubiskova from Czechia. That is your 3rd strike, Scott. You're so close. So you got 11. So 3.75 points total.
Like Netherlands have a team or
no? Scott, Russia.
Oh,
Russia.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. And I know what some people might be saying. Well, they made it in 2021 and they were the Russian Curling Federation. So that doesn't count. Okay, fine. I'll give you that. But they also made it in 2017.
Yeah.
They were competing as Russia. So Russia was the 12th country.
Anna Sidorova. How soon we forget.
Yeah. All right. So there, Scott, a total of 5.7 points in the category of finals. And now you have 8 points available to you here in the champions category. This is the progressive trivia. First clue is worth 4 points, second worth 3 points, so on and so forth. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. For the first individual, I am an Olympic bronze medalist who also skipped my nation to its first ever world championship.
Wow. Do I get any guesses?
No.
Hmm.
Actually, no, I'll give you one change. I'll let you change once for each of them.
Because I have a guess that it's Deb McCormick.
Oh, okay. I'll let you change once for each of these.
Okay.
That's not an indication of whether it's Deb McCormick or not. Just
Okay.
I'll let you do it.
Sounds good. Next clue.
All right. So you're not guessing Deb McCormick.
No, I am guessing Deb McCormick.
Oh, at 4 points, you're guessing Deb McCormick. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Clue number B. I appeared in 9 consecutive world championships between 2005 and 2013, winning 3 medals in that time, one of each color, and also represented my country at the 2010, 2014, and 2018 Olympics. Despite that success, I only have one Grand Slam victory, the 2010 Autumn Gold Curling Classic, which was a Grand Slam at the time.
Okay. Olympic bronze. Okay, keep going. One more.
Okay. C. I am the first Asian skip to win a world championship and also have 6 Pacific Asia titles.
It's Bingyu Wang.
So you're switching at 2 points to Bingyu Wang. All right. The final clue is my team played out of Harbin, China, and I am known colloquially as Betty. So yes, you are correct. It is Bingyu Wang. So you have that there for 2 points. Yes, you did win China's first ever gold medal at the World Championship back in 2008 or 9. She was in the final 2 years in a row.
Yeah. And I played against her in Vancouver and got really run off the ice.
Yeah, she was really good.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Last one here for the World Women's Curling Championship trivia. Again, 4 clues. Clue number 1 for 4 points. I have played in 5 of the 7 finals my country has appeared in. The 2 that I haven't played in were the country's first and most recent finals.
Wow. Okay.
Okay. Clue B. I have played in 18 world championships and 23 European championships to go along with 5 Olympic appearances, which includes 2 when it was a demonstration sport. Between those 3 competitions, I have 23 medals on my, shelf, including 2 European Championship golds and 2 World Championship golds.
2 world golds and 2 what golds?
Euros. Yeah.
Plus 2 Euro golds. Not the first one and not the most recent one. Okay, my first guess is going to be Dorothy Nordby.
All right, so you're going to guess at 3 points for Dorothy Nordby.
Yeah.
All right, clue C. In 2004, I lost the final to Colleen Jones, but I got my revenge the following year when I beat her in the 3-4 game. In finals, overall, I went 1-3 against Canada, with my other title coming against Scotland in 1990. The win against Canada was in 1991, lost against Canada in 1989, 1997, and 2004.
I think I'm going to keep that guess.
All right. The final clue. I retired from curling in 2007 and was inducted into the World Curling Hall of Fame in 2019. The first Norwegian woman to receive that honor.
Yeah, I think I got it.
You did. It is Dorothy Nordby. 5 points there out of a possible 8. Very impressive, Scott, to get that on those first 2 clues, I think.
Just thinking about the time frame, and I was sort of going between her and Andrea Schopp, and just thought, I don't know if Germany's made a final since 2010. So
right.
I leaned a bit more towards Norway.
So, Scott, I have you with 3 points in the records category, 5 points in national representation, 2.5 points in cities, 3.75 points in, or excuse me, not 5.75 points in the finals category, and then 5 points in champions.
Well, I've got 5 plus 5 is 10, plus 3 in the records is 13, then 2.5 makes 15.5.
Yep.
Plus 5 is 20.5, plus that 0.75 gives me 21.25.
21.25 big points. That's a good score.
Pretty good score. I think it helped that I just watched the Women's Worlds and they had those little trivia questions. I didn't see every one of them because sometimes I'd be fast forwarding too much. But yeah, good quiz, Sean.
Thank you. All right, Scott, as Mr. Smithers would say, let's bring on the men.
Yes, let's bring on the men. Okay, so as I mentioned up top, Sean, I've got 6 questions.
Okay.
The last one is a name that curler of style with the descending level of clues. It's worth up to 5 points, Mike.
All right.
So we'll save that one for the end.
Okay.
We'll start with the Men's World Championship. Sean has been known by many names, has had many title sponsors. I've written down 7 different title sponsors. This doesn't include when it was just known as the WCF Championship. There's been some sort of sponsorship for each of these. Name any 3 of them.
Okay. So I think the one that immediately comes to mind is the Ford World Curling Championship. That was for a long time.
Ford is one of them, yes.
Okay. I'm going to certainly lean modern because I don't know what it was called before that. So I'll go with LGT.
LGT indeed was one. Whoops.
And then I'll go with the current one, BKT Tires.
Yes, it's BKT Tires and OK Tires.
Okay.
But yeah, you've got that one. So that's worth 3 points for you with no strikes.
Nice.
Can you name any of the other 4?
Can I name any of the other 4? Was WFG ever do it? World Financial Group?
No.
Did Labatt do it in the 70s or 80s?
No, but if you go all the way back to the first one, it was called the Scotch Cup.
Oh.
And it was sponsored by a Scotch sort of interest group.
Oh, like the drink or the tape?
The drink.
Okay.
The drink. After that, the Air Canada Silver Broom was what it was called. Canada Safeway sponsored for a while, and Pioneer High Bread was the sponsor after Ford and before LGT.
Okay.
So a big 3 points for you there on the first one, Sean. Nice. Well done.
Thank you.
All right. So the next question is about hosts. Let me look at my list here. So there's 9 countries that have hosted a Men's World Championship. Canada has hosted 27. For 6 points, can you name any of the other 8?
Okay.
And you get two strikes.
2 strikes. Okay. So definitely the United States of America. Las
USA
Vegas had one at the very least. There might have been one in Minnesota. It's like in the state of Minnesota. I don't know if it was in Minneapolis. But they had one. Certainly have to go with Scotland.
Yep.
I'm going to go Italy. The Cortina d'Ampezza back in 2010, I think. Italy
did host once, and I don't know when, but they did only host once.
Okay. That's when Ray Turnbull called Vic Rick on his last broadcast.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. Gotta go with Sweden.
Sweden is correct.
And then I would also throw in Switzerland.
Switzerland is correct. So Scotland, USA, and Switzerland have hosted 12, 9, and 9 times respectively. They're the next 3 in the list.
Okay.
So you had no strikes. You need one more, and there's 3 answers on the board.
Okay. I'm pretty sure there's been one in the last few years in Asia. I just can't remember if it was Japan or Korea, but if with strikes, let me start with Japan.
Japan is your first strike, Sean. Okay. It has not happened in Japan.
Japan is no. then I will go to Korea.
Oh, so close. So close.
Oh, really?
Korea also a strike.
Was there not one in Asia?
How soon we forget Kevin Kui and his team playing in China in 2014, just
Darn.
before they broke up.
Hmm.
So China hosted it once. Also on the list, Germany has hosted 4 times.
Yep.
And France has hosted once.
Oh, okay.
So not a bad job there, Sean. You got 5 of a possible 6 points.
Yeah. Really? Gushu didn't play one in China? Or in Asia? I guess the Olympics must be what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, I think it must have been the Olympics. But China's only hosted once. So
Okay.
that was straight from the media guide.
Yep. Bad job by me. All right. But 5 points?
5 points, nothing to sneeze at. The next, Sean, is about undefeated.
Okay.
One team has gone undefeated at the Men's World Championships.
Okay.
For 2 points, 1 point each. Name who
Okay.
and name the year.
Okay. One team has done it. When did they do it? All right. So the immediate sort of gut reaction is to say Kevin Martin, but I don't know when. Another possibility is the Jacobs run. And did they go through the Worlds undefeated after they went through the Briar? You could look at, I think Howard is potentially in that group as well. I don't know if Kui ever got through unscathed. I think the field has been too deep the past few years, for Gushu to have done it. So do you just stick with the gut? Or is there a non-Canadian who could have done it? Which is possible, but I think the field's too deep for any of the modern guys to have done it, like Nicodine or anyone like that. So I'm going to just stick with my gut, I think, and I'll say Kevin Martin, and I will say 2008.
Kevin Martin, 2008. Unfortunately, is not correct, Sean. Neither were correct.
Is it Jacobs 13?
No, Jacobs in Victoria in 2013 did not go undefeated. But our friends Brad Gushu,
really,
in 2017, his first Worlds, went 13-0 in winning the World Championship.
How about that? That's impressive.
So a corollary to this one, so no points there,
Yep.
but another point up for grabs. As I mentioned, Brad Gushu went 13-0 at that World Championships. Since then, there's been opportunities to win more than 13 games. Actually, there would have been even before then too, but this is a team that's mostly played in the same era.
Okay.
One team has also won 13 games, which is the most games won.
Okay.
Albeit incurring some losses.
Sure.
And they've done it 4 times.
Wow.
Can you name that team?
Got to go with Nicodine.
Nicodine is the correct answer. So
I get a point for that?
You get 1 point for that. So
Nice.
1 point for question 3. All right. Question number 4. Excluding Russian Curling Federation, who played as RCF and went 11-4 in 2021. 6 nations have a winning percentage over 500 in their history at the World Curling Championships.
Okay.
Name those 6 teams. Again, you get 2 strikes.
Okay. So I'll go Canada.
Canada is correct. They are first.
Scotland.
Scotland indeed are second.
Then I'll go Sweden.
Sweden are third.
Okay. All right. Now it gets kind of interesting. And this is no minimum number of games, correct?
No minimum, but I did take out RCF because they had
Right.
only done 15.
Right. Okay. Give me Switzerland.
Switzerland, yes, are 6th. I'm just trying to find the exact percentages.
Okay.
But hold on. Switzerland 539.
Okay.
For the record, Canada 806, Scotland 600, Sweden 590. So you've got 4.
And this is the total history of the event.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. Since 1959 was the first one.
So got to go back quite a ways. And so the question then would be, are there countries that, okay, we might not see now that much, but have been around and had success? Like, I'm going to go with Germany.
Germany, first strike. Strike one
Ooh,
there on Germany,
okay.
Sean. Germany's win percentage, 398.
That's surprisingly low. Because
215 and 325.
They've had some good players.
That they have.
Yeah.
That might come up later in questions.
Yeah, okay. All right. Is this where we pull the what is it? UC Pavilieni string, or do we wait and wait on Finland for that one? Italy, I don't know. They've struggled a lot. I don't know about any of the Asian teams. The men's programs there haven't been quite as strong. But then where else do you go in Europe? Like the Netherlands, I would say no. Czechia, probably not. This one's hard, but France used to have a really like a winning program, I think, in the olden days before, and then they haven't been there in a while. You know what? Let me take a chance on France.
Taking a chance on France, Sean. Taking a chance on France. No, that's your second strike. They have a 309 winning percentage,
Okay.
93 and 208. So you've fallen short. You've gotten 4 of a possible 6 points. Number 4 on the list is Norway. With 339 wins to 278. They're 549 winning percentage.
Thomas Ulsrud. Yeah, should have gotten Norway. Yeah.
And Sean, the United States,
Oh.
from 1961, they have a 541 winning percentage.
Okay, that's impressive.
Teams you mentioned, Finland, a 431 overall winning percentage.
That's close.
So pretty close. So you get 4 big points there. You're at 13 points total right now.
Yeah.
And now this one.
2 questions left?
2 questions left.
Okay.
There's so 13 of a possible 19. You're doing pretty well. All right. This is another list. You're going to get 3 strikes on this one.
Okay.
Because I think it's pretty hard.
Okay.
But 12 different skips have won more than 50 games at a world championship.
50 games. Okay.
Name as many as you can.
Yep.
For up to 6 points.
Okay. Nicholas Edin.
Nicholas Ledeen is number 1.
Okay. Thomas Ulsrud.
Thomas Ulsrud is number 2.
Okay. Paul Trulson.
Paul Trulson is just off the list at 49 wins.
Oh.
So Paul Trulson, strike 1.
Okay.
But he's your floor.
Yes. Gushu's been 6 times, so I'll say Gushu.
Gushu, yes. I'll give you the numbers now. Nicholas Edin has 117. Thomas Ulsrud, 88.
Okay.
Brad Gushu has 57 wins.
Okay. Did any other Canadians get there? And probably not for any other Canadians. I would guess. Probably not. All right. Let's see. Who else sort of gets there, keeps going over and over again? You know how badly that I want our Dutch friends to be on that list, but I don't know if Wouter has won enough or gotten there enough, and they're still sneaky young. So I'm not going to say Wouter. Andy Cap.
Andy Cap, number 3. Sean, number 3 at 72 wins. Andy Cap.
All right. Let's see.
You have 4 points, 2 strikes left.
Yep.
And there's another 8 names.
Okay.
From.
And I have 1 strike. So give me John Schuster.
Sneaky John Schuster. Yes. John Schuster is number 5 on this list. 61 wins.
Okay. And then I don't know who got credit on the skip for this, but like, because Peter DeCruz doesn't, right? Like, or does he? I don't know. Peter DeCruz. It was Team DeCruz. So let me say Peter DeCruz.
Peter DeCruz is at 38 wins. So
really?
I do think that when maybe they changed up, and so 38 wins. So that's 2 strikes.
That's 2 strikes for me. Okay. So thinking now, people have been around a while. All right, this is where I'll pull that string. Pavi Usuliemi.
Marku Usul-Paviliemi?
Yeah, that guy.
Marku Usul-Paviliemi is on the list, Sean. He comes in at 56 wins, just behind Brad Gushu.
Nice.
So there you go. You get full marks for that list. If you had to throw out one more guess.
Oof, if I had to throw out another guess. David Murdoch.
David Murdoch is on the list at 54 wins. Right. Incidentally, tied right now with Bruce Mowat at 54 wins.
Wow.
And so Bruce Mowat's will obviously go up.
Yep.
As of this year, they are just 1 win behind the great Pia Lindholm from Sweden. Yeah. Just above Brad Gushu is David Smith, a skip from Scotland in the 80s and early 90s.
Yeah.
Joel Returnaz is on this list at 58.
That makes sense.
Tied with David Smith. We have Schuster just above them at 61. And then with 63 wins is Egil Ramsfell from Norway who won quite a bit back in the day.
All right.
So that was a fun list.
It was, yeah. That was hard.
Yeah. And so now we've got Name That Curler. Sean, you're sitting right on 19 points.
Okay.
With 5 possible points to come.
Okay.
There's going to be 5 clues, 5 points for the first clue. And as you allowed me, I will give you 1 chance to switch it. Okay. The first clue is that I have appeared at 5 world championships, winning 1 gold medal, 2 silver medals, and 1 bronze medal.
Silver, 1 bronze. That is an impressive resume right there. 5 appearances, 4 medals. Leads me to believe this is a Canadian fellow. Be my guess. But let's go to clue 2.
Clue 2. I have appeared at 8 European championships.
Oh, okay.
Winning 5 gold medals. And also appeared in 1 official Olympic Games, but 2 when they were demonstration sports. Okay. So 3 total.
Okay. Only 5 world appearances. Okay. I'm going to put in at 4 points Paul Trulson.
Paul Trulson at 4. Okay. I'll keep going. My son has played men's high-level curling and has won 4 European championships.
Okay. I think I might be wrong on that then. All right, let's go to the next one.
My real first name is also a city in Canada whose nickname is a type of curling broom, although I'm usually referred to by my nickname.
What?
So his actual given first name
Yeah.
is the same as a city in Canada.
Okay.
That city
Yeah.
has a nickname that's also the name of a curling broom.
Okay. Okay.
The
Okay.
curler,
yes. I got you.
however-
I got you. Yes. Okay. I got you. I am switching
Okay.
to Hammy McMillan.
Hammy McMillan at 2.
Yeah.
And the last clue, Sean, my name is part of an iconic Denny's breakfast called Eggs Over My Hammy.
Nice.
It is, in fact, Hammy McMillan. So 2 big points there on Hammy McMillan.
I did think about that, like the hammer broom and then Hamilton and yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was a real thinker.
Yes, his real name is Hamilton.
Okay.
Hamilton McMillan.
Gotcha.
So there you go. For 2 points, I've got you at a total of 21 out of 30.
There
Good
you
job.
go. You beat me by a quarter of a point.
Well, I think that those quizzes were both like pretty gettable, fun.
Yeah.
And that's what you want to do when you're writing a quiz. Aim for like 70%.
Yeah. So it's a challenge, but not demoralizing.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Some teams will do better. Some will do worse.
Exactly. So hope you enjoyed that, and let us know what you scored in our little quiz there. And we'll be back next week to talk all about the Men's World Championship, the results, all that. Probably could be maybe later in the week. We'll see if Scott is inspired by what happens on Sunday. He might go solo. If it's not that inspiring, we'll wait until later in the week when I'm back from a work trip I got going on. But we will be around to talk about the Men's Worlds in some capacity, but it is unlikely to be in the normal slot on Wednesday, because if Scott's super inspired, it'll come out earlier. If not, it'll come out later. So just keep an eye on that. And to do so, please do subscribe wherever you get your podcast, like, rate, comment, all that good stuff. Helps other people find the show, keeps us growing. Head on over to GameOfThronespod.com. Past episodes are there under the episode tab. Link to the merch as well. Socials at Game of Stones Pod, except for Facebook, where it's Game of Stones Podcast. If you want to let us know what you want to hear on the show, Game of Stones Podcast at gmail.com. So, yeah, Scott, I am traveling on a work trip here, and will not be able to watch the final live, or really any of the playoffs live, but I'll be able to watch later on. But this has been the past few years for me, that the Men's Worlds, I'm always on this work trip and I never get to see it live. So it's not an event that really I get all geared up for, just because I'm going to have to watch it on tape knowing the result.
Yeah. I mean, you could probably try and not find out the result, but it's pretty tough to do that. So I don't know. I'm excited. It'll be pretty good time zone for me to watch. Being in Saskatchewan, it's not too far back. And yeah, I think all that needs to happen, Sean, is for the World Championships to go to that location where your work trip is.
Yeah.
And then maybe you'll be able to catch some games.
That's true. I will note that that Ingebrigtsen, I can't remember his first name, I think he's a Norwegian runner, won a few Olympic medals last year. He broke a world record at the indoor track where we often stay on this work trip. It's the Stade Couvert-Levant in northern France. And he broke a world record there. So clearly they have the facilities for world-class athletics.
Yeah. We just need to get some curling. France their second hosting gig for the World Championship.
Yes. And then I just have to sidetrack the whole reason I'm there and the group of people I'm with to make them go to the curling. Yeah, it'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
Yeah. So hopefully y'all out there are enjoying the men's worlds. As I said, we'll be around next week at some point to chat all about it. So until we talk to you then, keep those brooms on the ice and don't dump that intern.
Make the final.